Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam, and you may be asking yourself, these split souls, these perfect souls. I've started out the game, I got myself whoever the chase is at the time from logging in. I got the wonderful perfect soul. I'm getting these split souls. Why can't I use them? And that's what this video is going to be about today. Before we jump right in, I do want to give a big shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this channel, and be sure to go check out the link down below or the QR code above to get the wonderful Rector Drath and Ugo to start. The best way to get a good start in Raid Shadow Legends is to go through a content creator's link, because you get tons of free stuff at the beginning, and there's nothing better than getting free stuff to start out your game. So jumping in, we have, this Alice, and you've got the Alice going, and I was like sitting there and I was like wondering, and I was like, come on, I need to know, do I need to have 6-star plus the, ascendant stars, to be able to get these red stars onto her? I want to put them on so bad, and I'm assuming that just like the yellow stars, just like the pink stars, the red stars will increase stats and that type of thing. The way that you have to do it is you cannot put it on until you hit level 42 and unlock the Altar of Souls. The Altar of Souls is your one-stop shop for anything and everything red star related. This is where you're gonna get split souls and perfect souls, and so you'll have these soul stones, and this will work very similar to your shards trying to get champions, but you can get souls. And so you can get souls for characters that you don't even have. And so it's important to go over here as soon as you open this up and you get your wish list set up, because your wish list is going to be an 8 times chance of getting those souls. In fact, I threw Kale in here, and I literally, the first one I opened, I got Kale. Now, do I think you should open these immediately? No, because just like everything else in Raid Shadow Legends, there is an event at some point that's going to make you open these and give you extra bonuses for opening them during that event. So save your mortal soul stones. But as you can see, you can get anything from, a character you have to a character that you've never even heard of. Like, I've never even heard of this guy. I don't know who he is. But now I have his soul for whenever I get one. Once you have a soul, like you say you have that Alice, you come over here and you can just put a soul on the champion. Now keep in mind, this is putting it on this specific champion. You don't want to delete this champion at all, because if you do, you're losing out on those souls as well. Is not refundable. So keep that in mind. Be very, very careful with what you're putting souls on. Obviously, there's souls for only rare or higher. As you can see from this list, there's nothing uncommon or common on here. You look at your wish list and you don't have common, uncommon. You cannot get souls for those characters. You're also going to want to keep an eye on the the soul merchant, because right here you'll have souls pop up just randomly as it refreshes, and these ones can be ones that you have in your roster right now. And so instead of trying to roll the dice, you could instead go and just participate in a little capitalism and spend some money at the local market. So keep an eye on this and make sure there's none that are going to be something that you really, really want. But yeah, that's about it. They have new currencies, of course, for this stuff that you can farm in different places. I do want to go over really quickly just what the red stars are, what these split souls do, because it's a little different than I was expecting. But yeah, if you guys want to get started and you want to start working on your Alice or whatever it might be, whatever the chase is today, and get started into the game, right, go check out that link down below. Go check out the QR code above. They're going to get you a beautiful Rector Drath and going to get you started into this game right. So you have, some skill books to start, you have some XP to start, and you have that Rector Drath as well as that Ugo, both amazing characters, as you can tell from my last video. If you want to go check it out, we talk about getting through the clan boss and how good those two are with the clan boss at the start. But yeah, go check that out. But yeah, so these chases, you're gonna get these around, and like, you'll start playing the game, and there's most likely gonna be a chase happening, and you'll get a new character, and you'll start getting split souls, and so these characters can range from being really good to just being so, and we're blessed right now with Alice. Alice is actually super solid for any free-to-play player, super good, and so if you can max out as much of Alice as you can before she goes away, do it. I kind of regret not playing as intently as I should have, because I'm gonna miss out on a 5-star, and that 5-star would help a ton in making her uber powerful. At this point, I think the farthest I can make it is right here, right before the red soul, the last one, and which hurts my soul. This perfect soul hurts my soul, and so don't miss out on that free perfect soul and those free split souls. But when it comes to what these do, I was assuming it would just be a stat increase, kind of like the purple stars or pink stars or the ascendant stars, whatever color that is, magenta, or I don't know. But, I figured it'd be just a stat boost, and, they give a stat boost, and then they also give, an extra ability. And so I was assuming something similar. It's different, and surprisingly so. So it gives you a new ability. So it does give you stat increases. Don't get me wrong. It does give you stat increases. But it gives you a new ability right here for the blessing. This is like a unique ability to each character that would be able to be used just for them. So it's not going to affect their allies really. For the most part, most of these are just going to be affecting them, but they can be really helpful in pushing your character's power level really high. So they're super nice, and you can see here, as soon as you have 1 star is when you can unlock it. You can see with Sun Wukong, I don't have it unlocked because I don't have a red star. But as soon as you get 1 red star, you unlock it, and then every red star is going to upgrade that ability, and it's a choice. This is a choice. You get different abilities that you can choose from. Now the blessings here are set up in a very specific way. So if we go over to Alice, you can see here, I can choose any of the 6 abilities. None are blocked out. And then there's 6 abilities in each of the tabs. But then if we go over to Kale again, you can see here, a lot of them are darkened out, these grayed out ones. It's because it all depends on what level your champion is. If your champion's rare, you can only choose the top 2. If he's, epic, you can choose the next 2 as well as the top 2. And then if you're legendary, you can choose any of the 6. And so the overall stat increases, you can see here, like, HP 2,250. The stat increases will be the same between tiers. So the top tier will have the same stat increases, the middle tier will have the same stat increases, and then the bottom tier is going to have the same stat increases as well. So when it comes to it, though, these abilities can be crazy good. So for instance, with Kale, I have Phantom Touch on him. Has a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever a champion hits enemy targets. When hitting multiple targets at once, only one champion will receive the bonus damage, 1 turn cooldown. So essentially, like, when you're looking at going up against a solo boss, when he uses his poison ability, he's going to hit 4 times. That's 4 chances of him dealing that bonus instance of damage. And so you're going to be trying to basically hit this damage as much as possible. And you look down here and you can see that it's a 15% chance to start. Then at 3 stars it'll increase to a 30% chance, and 5 stars 75% chance, 6 stars 100% chance. And you can see that there's stat bonuses as you go through the star levels. You'll continue to build up stat bonuses to increase the stats of these characters. Now, how do I know that Phantom Touch is the one that I should go for? Why not Dark Resolve? Why not Indomitable Spirit? Why not Survival Instinct? Well, there is a wonderful website that you guys should all be using. It's your one-stop shop for everything knowledge based on Raid Shadow Legends. Now, it's not always the most correct in some cases, because there's always opinions, there's always theory crafting to do, but like as a starting out player, this is your best thing, and even as a experienced experienced player, this is your best thing to get an idea of what people are doing already, and then you can adapt it to your own needs however you want. Maybe you're the one that comes up with the new meta because you've shifted away from what Hades is doing. But hey, this is a great place to start and to help you understand where to go. So we're going to pull up our Alice the Wanderer, and of course you can check your masteries here. You can check what gear pieces people are using. You can check everything here, but what we want is we want blessings. And so we can scroll down. You can also just click the blessings thing at the very top, but I want to scroll down to it because I'm lazy. So right here you can see that 1 to 4 stars it suggests brimstone, 5 to 6 stars it suggests crushing rend. So this is quite common on Hell Hades, where I'll suggest different ones just depending on how many stars you have. Just because brimstone is going to be much nicer because it's a higher chance of doing things and going to be very helpful early on. But then crushing rend isn't going to do much early on, but as it starts to level up and get to 6 stars, you're going to be doing some crazy stuff with it. So I check here and I'm like, oh, brimstone. And so then, when we go over to our Alice, sure enough, I have it set to brimstone. So, and you can read through these. All of them are really, really cool. You could, if you want to take the time and read through each one, you certainly can. There's a lot of really cool stuff in here, but it is a lot of, understanding kits and understanding how things work in the game. And so if you're newer, it might be best just to follow Hell Hades. But if you want to take some time and read through it and you have a good grasp of your hero collectors, complex mechanics, maybe you're a Magic the Gathering player. I know that's a lot of the reason why I'm good at reading and comprehending kits and hero collectors is because I played Magic the Gathering. So but yeah, that's about it for what the stars do, how to get them and everything like that. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, and what your guys' first one you pulled was. I was lucky enough to get Kale and I was really happy, but if you've opened the Altar of Souls, I'm very curious what you guys pulled as your first one. Was it someone that you'd never heard of, or was it someone on your wish list, or did you not set up your wish list beforehand? I'm very, very curious. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys want to get started in Raid today and you want to start acquiring your Alice or acquiring whatever chase happens to be going right now, go check out that link down below. It's going to help you out, it's going to help me out, it's going to help everyone out. This QR code, either way, whichever is easier for you, get you Rector Drath and a great start to Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you so much for giving a damn.